Unlocking African trade for shared prosperity through the African Continental Free Trade Agreement. Challenges, prospects, and opportunities formed the theme of this lecture. Guest speaker, Executive Vice President, Africa Import-Export Bank, Kanayo Awani emphasized the transformative opportunities the African Continental Free Trade Area has in driving economic growth and fostering prosperity across the continent. While advocating for production and utilization of made-in-African goods, she called for increased collaboration among African countries to overcome existing trade barriers.
Political stability always plays a role. It's not just about politics, also the crisis around our world today. You remember that Africa went into its first recession because of COVID in 25 years. So it's not just about politics. It's about any form of crisis, whether it is politics, whether it is pandemic, whether it is Ukraine, Russia war, and even the things that go on in the geopolitics. That's why we are saying, and that's why we are promoting intra-African trade. Right? Such that supply chain disruptions are limited, such that African goods are made and consumed here and on African soil. And that's the reason we are promoting. This is one of the solutions, if not a panacea.
Earlier this year, 54 countries from the African continent ratified the Continental Free Trade Agreement, a treaty aimed at deepening economic integration in Africa by increasing the easy, cheap flow of goods and services between countries, boosting cross-country investment, removing trade barriers, and advancing open visa policies.
If goods are traveling from Lagos to Senegal, today you have to post a customs bond at every border because customs officials in this country want to collect duties, right? If their goods are coming into their country, that's normal. But the goods may be in transit, and as such, Afreximbank will provide a single technology-enabled customs bond that will allow the passage of the trucks or the goods across from Nigeria, as I said, to Senegal without the need to post borders and that post bonds at every border, and that will reduce the constant transit cost by $5 billion at least a year.
However, lack of infrastructure, political instability, access to funding, poverty, visa restrictions remain major bottlenecks in the implementation of the Free Trade Agreement policy framework. The African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement will merge 55 economies into a single competitive mega market of more than 1 billion people, making it one of the biggest free trade areas in the world. Meka Monye, Arise News, Oka.